Yeah, Bob just pointed out that if they keep that side up, the stevia peter, word it like it is, you guys aren't supporters. You guys are fucking haters. Dressed in sheep's clothing, man. Wolves, nothing more. The fact of the matter is, the YouTube rants that I did had nothing to do whatsoever with lithium, for Christ's sakes. Had to do with me getting pissed, me getting stoned, and then wired on stevia, letting emotions come out. And you know what? Basically, when I can bring a cancerous cat that's a wreck at 17 years old, that's 87 years in a female human, I can bring her back into perfect health for 2 years, and then add that soap back and liquid that she drinks, and she's dead within a month. I know that eventually my discovery is going to supersede all you fucking, I'll tell you what, what's the correct terminology, man? Just like this. Joe Aichoo was a young kid from Massachusetts, and he has a group of friends that know stevia and the violin work because they actually eat pussy. And you know what? Yeah, I did think that it was a good idea to have Aaron Brake do a video piggybacking the violin, or piggybacking stevia on the back of the violin, when women actually felt that miracle. And I'll tell you this, when the violin can actually take a woman that's been raped and is conflicted with having orgasms. I mean, that's how it goes. A man can rape and rape and rape, and he just keeps on going. But a woman, one time, man, she can be fucked up for the rest of her life, mentally, and not be able to get over it. And it took Chris to what she thought was triple digits. That's a miracle. Stevia melting, what, damn near 20 pounds off you?
Yeah, tonight it'll be over 20 pounds tonight.
Yeah. I mean, just like that, 2 weeks. We're talking about a lean, healthy America, President Obama, ending the healthcare crisis virtually overnight. And because the FDA, which was basically owned and operated by the Bush plan, right?
Of course, every regulatory agency was captured by big business under President Bush. The Chamber of Commerce wrote his tax policies. Enron determined his energy policies. You know, the meatpacking industry, they ran the FDA. Lobbyists from the meat industry. I mean, I could go on and on and on, Dan.
So the fact that the FDA seizes stevia like it's cocaine, now see, that was a big deal when I read about it, man. Because they could have stopped the shipment to this country by the stroke of a pen, and it would have never happened, but they allowed it to come in. And then they made this big deal, a bunch of fanfare, the FBI seizes it, and you know what? It's the cure. The SS, the Gestapo, they got nothing on the FDA, the EPA. They're letting this fucking country go. They on a handbasket right before our eyes. And would you say that President Obama is metaphorically taking it up the ass compared to what he promised in the Super campaign?
That's an understatement. Remember this, folks. President Obama has given more money to corporate America than any other president. Record-setting Pentagon budgets, a health care bill that raised the insurance company stocks, tax cuts to millionaires and billionaires, which drove up our deficit almost $1 trillion. Obama raised taxes on an individual making $20,000 a year and a family making $40,000 a year by letting the making pay work tax credit expire. He cut from Social Security $120 billion. These are all facts. These are facts. Look them up, okay? Obama is no liberal. He's no progressive. Free trade style deals still going on. He's working with the Chamber of Commerce to perpetuate free trade. Obama has more appointees from big business to his cabinet virtually than I think President Bush. William Daley, he's an investment banker. He was a chairman on the Chamber of Commerce. Jeffrey Immelt, the GE, or the chairman of GE, General Electric. These guys are conservatives, they're trickle-down economic people, and they could care less about the middle class and poor, okay? Look at their background, look at their records.
So, Bob,
yes, sir.
Would you say that Obama is to those who elected him as those who did Steviopedia are to Dan Quinn? Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can make a fair comparison about that. Let me just say two things. If Obama was going to challenge power, if a true black president were to challenge power, he would have been, in all due respect, something would have happened to him at this point as president. Obama is perpetuating trickle-down economics. And as far as the Steviopedia page, folks, let me tell you something. Dan Quinn is a friend of mine. He's a very, very good friend of mine, okay? If he came up to me and said, you know, Bob, what you said about me, or what this thing that you wrote about me on the internet, it's bothering me, it's not true, take it down. As a friend, as someone that supports Dan, I would take it down in 2 seconds.
Immediately.
Because Dan Quinn is a friend of mine. He'll be a friend of mine for life. You know, he's helping me out. If you guys are supporters of his, and you have a Steviopedia page that you know that he doesn't like, when you talk about his children, you word things a certain way, either change it or get rid of it, or don't call yourself a supporter. It's really that simple.
Straight up. And when I had to fucking debate back and forth with people that were supposedly in my corner over shit that, you know, really isn't right. I almost said fucking walk away from the movement, but the fact is, pure H2O reversed my body. I'll tell you what, if I didn't use stevia, I'd be dead within a year, I guarantee it.
From what, Dan?
I was developing cancer, or tumors underneath my breasts,
Wow.
my feet. I got ugly feet, man.
Have you disclosed this before?
Yeah, but you know what? Videos get taken down.
Yeah.
Sites get taken down for, you know,
Right.
handles and shit.
Well,
And,
you know what? With the new page that we set up, Dan, it shouldn't get taken down as long as you're not confrontational. Not saying you were in the past. As long as you don't like try to start any fights or anything like that. But beyond that, if you didn't do that, if you weren't doing that, then I don't know why your videos would be taken down in the first place.
because there's so many haters. And you know what? One thing I want to shout out to Kimbo Slash, man. I tell you what, he boldly went where no one in his history had gone before. And tip of the cap, man. I didn't seek you out. I was directed for that. I said, who do you think I should call out? And they gave me your name. And to Otis Vantarius Griffin, I still don't like you, but yes, you're correct. I shouldn't have come at you like that when I said that word, not the ER version, but I was irritated, man. You saying that Harry Gopal knocked me out? I didn't feel any punch, I couldn't, but I knew he was getting close to my head. I knew that I could only punch with my right arm because I just had shoulder surgery. And you know what? A lot of people are laying years after, man. They can't use it. There's all these fucking cocksuckers that never had the nuts to step in a cage and talk shit on me are actually bagging on me. When I'm going in there, basically, with 4 fights, 1.5 arms, and
You know what? Quentin Jackson tonight beat Matt Hamill with a fractured hand. That's what Quentin, you know, regardless, you got to take your hat off to a guy like Quentin Jackson. If Dan goes in the ring with an injured shoulder and an injury and fights anyway, you got to take your hat off to somebody that does that.
so in closing, eventually, pure H2O is going to pay off. Now, will me sending myself a self-addressed stamped envelope with my ID in it, poor man's patent be enough? Hopefully. I'll tell you what, it'll be enough to make me enough money where I can hire people to do bad things to those who fuck me and try to steal my money down the road. Peace out.